Backcourt with you, one of today's players?
One of today's players?
Yeah.
I would want it to be Luka because he's a big point guard.
Yeah.
I can still play the two.
Yeah.
He can guard the two, I guard the one.
In the last 25 years of the NBA, the only other player not named Allen Iverson to outscore, out-rebound, and out-assist a whole team in a single quarter is none other than Luka Doncic. And Luka did it in his rookie season. While this is no direct comparison between the Hall of Famer and the Mavs guard, it is proof of what AI saw and very recently said about Luka Doncic, something the rest of the NBA has now come to see.
The rewind segment during Heat Halftime presented by your South Florida Chevy dealers. Back to live action. Here's John and Aaron.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. We'll see you a couple minutes from now as Dončić turns twice and then lays it in. What great footwork.
He uses his body inside. He's got 6'10" Bam on it.
In this 2023-24 season, Mavs guard Luka Doncic has scored more than 26 points in the first half of a game, 13 times. He's on an MVP caliber run. Right now, Luka Doncic is just one triple-double away from tying James Harden on the all-time list. With just 392 career games played, he's the second fastest player in NBA history to reach the 75 triple-double mark. Only Oscar Robertson, with 182 games, accomplished the feat faster than Luka. This season, he got tied for the fourth highest scoring game in history, and it was the most efficient 70-point game in NBA history. Luka went 25 for 33 from the floor, 8 for 13 from 3, and 15 for 16 from the free throw line. With an effective field goal percentage of 87.9%, Luka was 10% better than the previous record set by Damian Lillard and Donovan Mitchell. Whatever the case, these stats in just his 6th year in the NBA. It's not surprising that AI really wished he could play alongside him. It's no secret that the Sixers legend is a big fan of Luka Doncic. In fact, the Hall of Famer is one of the few NBA stars to believe Luka was generational from the onset. As far back as 2020, during Luka Doncic's 3rd year in the NBA, the Hall of Famer was speechless when describing the Mavs guard. In his words, "Something is wrong with him."
Some bread in
He was,
that
what's homeboy name, man?
from Dallas?
For Dallas.
Luka.
What?
Yo.
He's an animal.
Something is wrong with him.
I love Luka so much, I'm going to show you the text. After they lost and he was getting bullied, I called Rick Carlisle. I said, Rick, man, if you need me, man, Luka live, man, we're going to come ride for him. You need us
Man.
too, bro. Luka nice.
Man.
God damn.
Man.
It definitely would have taken a lot for the 2001 MVP to be that stunned by a 3rd-year guard. In Allen Iverson's 3rd year in the league, he was 23 years old and already ranked 4th in MVP voting, leading the NBA in points per game with an average of 26.8 points, 4.6 assists, 4.9 rebounds, and 2.3 steals. AI was generational. He once out-rebounded Shaquille O'Neal, dropping 41 on Kobe Bryant, had more assists than any other Lakers player, and was only 4 assists shy of the Lakers total. Little wonder Kobe Bryant named him one of his toughest players to guard, and that we are all lucky AI was not 6'8".
But and AI as a competitor, he drove me to be as more obsessive about the game because I had to figure out how to solve that problem, And I told him when I saw him here this weekend, I said, man, you don't realize how much you push me, and I don't think people nowadays realize how great you were as a player. And
for what it's worth, one player Allen Iverson believed was just as good as he was, and not for his flashy footwork, but how much of a problem he was and how easy he could get to the bucket has been Luka Doncic.
3.7 seconds was.
This is a shot he works on time and time again. Rhythm, step back 3.
While Allen Iverson saw the potential long before many, some other NBA stars who weren't impressed with the Slovenian have since come around. One in particular is Kevin Durant.
I want to know about Luka. What's it like guarding him?
He's just so smooth with it. Like, I just love his game. I love his game. At first I didn't when he first came into the league because I'm like, all it is step back threes and they be short as hell. He was shooting like 27%, 30% from the three-point line early on. But playing against him one time, they be just like about 40 when I was with Golden State. And he was controlling every possession. I was like, yeah, he nice. And he expanded his game. Like, you tell you're a fast learner too. Like, he probably watching fucking MJ move and just go do it in the game the next night. Like, I feel like he's one of those type of players.
Gilbert Arenas, who shockingly doesn't give European basketballers much praise, called him unguardable.
I really fell in love with Luka. I was watching him, when he was coming through the draft process, and I was like, man, the guy is too slow. I don't know how he's gonna get his shot off. And then I seen one live game, and I was like,
Luka weeding on the defense. Back to the three-point line.
I messed up on that one. When it comes to, the Euro players coming in, they're all skilled. They all have an ability to adjust to the NBA game, but Luka's just different. Sitting at 6'8", 6'9", being a point guard, being a shooter, having an understanding of fundamentals versus what raw athleticism is, possessing it all. Like, there's a reason that he is performing the way he is versus others in the past.
His head coach, Jason Kidd, said, he's better than Dirk. He's in the atmosphere of MJ, the best to ever do it. LeBron James, Kobe. And so just to appreciate what this young man is doing at the age of 24 is something that Dallas has never seen. And I've said this internally, he's better than Dirk. He does things that Dirk could never do. Obviously, Dirk brought a championship to the Mavs, but the Hall of Famer wasn't this good at Luka's age. Plus, Jason Kidd played alongside Dirk. So know that Luka is better and already in the atmosphere of MJ. Even Steph Curry had this to say about Luka Doncic when he came up against him.
Because that plus, being a three-level scorer, you have to kind of worry about everything. You don't want to get a step-back threes going, so you got to press up on him, but he's shifty and got a great handle, so he can use his leverage to get by you, and then obviously his court vision is unreal, so he's kind of the offensive, package of being just a playmaker and a scorer. And when he's knocking down shots like he did tonight, it's tough. You kind of want.
Luka was so good that he had former teammate Jalen Brunson doubting if he belonged in the NBA.
Mm-hmm. So from day one, I was like, this dude is good. This dude is good. But also, I'm thinking damn, this dude is good. Do I belong? That's the type of doubt that I put in my mind. Like,
That's
this
how
dude
good
he was that good.
Mm.
I can't even. You can ask any vet on that team. It was like DeAndre Jordan, Wes Matthews, Harrison Barnes, JJ Barea, Devin Harris. They all say the same thing.
In any case, while these many NBA stars and legends have now caught up with the amazing talent Luka Doncic is, Allen Iverson very recently gave more credit to Luka Doncic and described him as the one player who reminds him of what he was like. A surprising take, given that Luka doesn't have the flashy footwork Iverson had when he played. But what is more surprising is the fact that AI believes Luka plays like a black guy. But as controversial as that may sound, it's not false. This season, Luka Doncic is leading the league in scoring, averaging almost a triple-double. The guard is averaging 34 points, 9.9 assists, and 9 rebounds on 48.6% shooting. He currently has 18 25-point triple-doubles this season. And while he is an offensive nightmare, defensively, he's also great. This season, players are shooting just 37% against Luka Doncic in one-on-one isolation defending. As a post defender, players are only 42.9% against him, putting him in the 91st percentile. To understand why Allen Iverson describes his gameplay as that of a black guy, watch Gilbert Arena talk about how Luka plays.
Luka has the advantage over anyone who's guarding him because these guys are too athletic for this part of the game.
Yes.
For this part of
that part, yeah, bro.
Open court.
Open court,
You
you
got
got
him.
him. Yeah.
Half court where you
slow it
have to
down,
be disciplined. You never learned it. So these basic moves that get you to think I'm gonna go that way, to come back this way, you overplaying it, pump fake, you're jumping, foul. Next time, pump fake, you stop, okay. So he plays the puppet master game with you. And that's what fundamentals are important, especially at a younger age, because you need the fundamentals before your athleticism kick in.
Yeah.
Before the athleticism kick in and the athleticism takes over. You need to learn how to use.
It's funny because I was like,
the truth in all of this is while there is a swag to how Luka plays, the guard is so fundamentally sound that he's a problem for many defenders. Everything goes at his pace, which is something LeBron, Kevin Garnett, Shaq, and Allen Iverson have all mentioned about him. He's not a superior athlete in the usual sense. He's not particularly quick or explosive, and he doesn't possess exceptional leaping ability. But regardless of whether he's crowded or the opponent is powerful, he always gets to his area and shoots at his own pace.
That three-point shot that Sacramento creates that allowed him to get to the rim.
Dončić for three. He's in double figures with 10 to win 128, 124. We have a good one early here at Golden One Center. Dončić for three. Filthy.
In the words of LeBron James, Luka Doncic can counter any defensive strategy played against him without getting sped up by utilizing effective pace, pivots, and manipulating the last line of defense.
What makes Luka special? I know you recently said he was your favorite player.
His size.
It's gigantic.
I mean, he's gigantic. He's 6'8" point guard. He's 225 pounds.
Jeez.
He has the ball on the string, but more importantly, his vision. That's why I love his vision. He can control a game. He doesn't even have to shoot. He'll walk the ball up the court 10 straight times and get to his spot every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of his pace. He knows when he comes off a pick and roll, if they're hard showing or if they hedging or if they dropping the pick and roll, he know I could turn the corner because I got this shoulder, and I know the third line of defense. When I get there, if I just slow down, use my pivots, not even jump, just the Euro 1, 2, this guy's flying by. He's flying by.
What LeBron described here for a 25-year-old is a generational talent. I mean, who does this at 19 years old in the NBA if not a generational talent?
Before Thanksgiving.
Indeed.
Got it.
Here it is. Corner, Luka! Oh! Goes in! How did he do it? That is Luka magic! God, what a pass.
Got it off in time, plenty of time.
What a shot.
Wow. This guy has superstar written all over him.
Or this.
Here we go. Cleveland into Luka. Luka. He got it! Is it a 2 or a 3? We gotta wait to see!
When questioned about Luka Doncic during his sophomore year, Doc Rivers said, "There's a lot of people in him." He compared Doncic's step-back three-pointers to James Harden, his passing ability to Larry Bird, and his court vision to LeBron James. In that same season, San Antonio Spurs coach Greg Popovich described Doncic's playing style as Magic Johnson-like because he sees the floor in that way. Every NBA generation has one or two players who can see the floor like the future. In the 1980s, it was Magic Johnson. In the 1990s, the NBA boasted Steve Nash and Jason Kidd. In the 2000s, we saw Chris Paul, Rajon Rondo, Nikola Jokic, and LeBron James. And so far, one other name has been Luka Doncic. Mavs head coach Jason Kidd said he could tell Doncic saw the game the same way he did from their first game together. A defender had ducked under a screen. Kidd called a timeout, but before he could speak, Luka notified him that he had spotted it and would take advantage of it, which is impressive given that Luka has always been this way. People often refer to Wemby as a unicorn, but the reality is that Luka Doncic is a unicorn in his own right. Prior to Luka Doncic, the last European player with no college experience to be picked with the first 2 picks in the NBA draft was Andrea Bargnani, who has the lowest rebounding rate of any 7-footer to play at least 400 games. Before Bargnani, only one other European had been taken as a top 2 pick without having played in the NCAA. And if you're an NBA fan, you'll know that Darko Milicic is undoubtedly the biggest bust in league history. Nevertheless, Luka Doncic was selected with the 3rd overall pick, having no college experience and has been nothing but phenomenal. Luka Doncic is the youngest player in NBA history to have recorded multiple triple-doubles, and he has 4 of only 5 triple-doubles ever recorded by a teenager. He scored 42 points in his NBA playoff debut. Now a 5-time All-Star, Luka is the first player in NBA history with 6 consecutive 30-point triple-doubles, 5 consecutive 35-point triple-doubles, and 250 points, 50 rebounds, and 50 assists in a 5-game span. He has the first ever 60-point triple-double in NBA history, a game in which he did this intentionally. Nonetheless, Luka Doncic's talent is undeniable. He'll go down as one of the best to have ever played in the league. What makes him special is not just one thing, it's a lot of things. Right now, he's averaging the 2nd most points per game, rebounds per game, and assists per game of all time, and isn't even being considered a top MVP candidate, even though every other basketball player in the top 10 either won it or had won it the previous year. In any case, whatever Allen Iverson has been saying about Luka Doncic is definitely right. And no one can even doubt it, given how the young guard has stats and accolades to back it all up. All that's needed to truly cement Doncic's greatness is a championship. And Mavs fans, currently 6th seed in the West, will be hoping that their Batman and Robin, Luka and Kyrie, alongside their backcourt, can bring their 2nd championship ever home. What do you think about Allen Iverson's comments on Luka Doncic? Do you think he plays like a black dude? Do you think he plays like AI? Let me know in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, the next video on your screen is worth your time. Luka Doncic has been one of the best ballers in the NBA for a number of years now, and yet he still manages to blow fans away every time he gets on the court.
Coming up big. Left side of the floor. Luka's three is a ring.
But take this from us. His life off the court will have you even more blown away. From growing up in Slovenia to earning NBA MVP kind of money, here's Luka Doncic's lifestyle. Taking it back to where it all started, Luka was born in Ljubljana, Slovenia, back in February 1999. Yeah, when you think of NBA players who grew up in Europe, Giannis Antetokounmpo and even Nikola Jokic, who all had very different childhoods, come to mind. Well, Luka didn't have such a difficult time growing up, which is mostly because both his parents were pretty famous athletes. Sure, they weren't as well known as Luka is today, but his dad, Sada Dončić, played basketball professionally in Slovenia for nearly 2 decades. During his time, he won 2 Slovenian Premier A-League, 3 Slovenian Cups, and a Slovenian Super Cup, as well as featuring for the Slovenian national basketball team at the FIBA Eurobasket Championship in 2005. Luka's mom, Miriam Potterbin, on the other hand, was a big-time model and business entrepreneur who participated in the 1993 Miss Slovenia pageant. So yeah, they were essentially a celebrity couple in Slovenia back in the day. Although they got divorced in 2008 and his mom got custody and legal guardianship, both Luka's parents played important roles in bringing him up. In fact, his dad, who is now a basketball coach, was his first trainer, while his mom still manages him to date. Being born to a professional baller, Luka touched a basketball for the first time when he was only 7 months old, and hasn't looked back since then. From getting his first miniature hoop at age 1 to being thrown into games with 11-year-olds when he was just 7, Luka started putting in the work way earlier than most of his mates. And it all paid off. By the time this dude was 8, he had gotten into the U11 team for his hometown club, which his dad just joined, Union Olimpia. And a few years later, in September 2012, he got signed by Spanish giants Real Madrid on a 5-year deal at the young age of 13. And from there, it was up and away. Before we continue with the video, I need your help. It won't cost you a thing and is as simple as 1 click, yet it will go a long way to ensuring that we can keep creating bigger and better videos for you. So please, click that subscribe button. Luka was so ahead of his age mates, he made his senior debut for the team at 15, becoming the youngest ever player for Real Madrid and the 3rd youngest in ACB history. Pretty impressive, but Luka was just getting started. Over the next 4 seasons, this guy won everything with and for Real Madrid. And we mean that quite literally. He won the EuroLeague Rising Star and ACB Best Young Player awards twice each, the Liga ACB Championship thrice, the Spanish Kings Cup twice, the FIBA Intercontinental Cup title once, the EuroLeague Championship, becoming the youngest ever winner of the EuroLeague MVP award, the Liga ACB MVP award, and the Eurostar Player of the Year award. Perhaps the honor that sums it all up is the fact that this dude hardly spent 4 years as a pro in Europe, but was so good that he was named to the EuroLeague 2010-20 All-Decade Team in 2020. Having obviously conquered the entire continent, Luka had nothing else to prove, so he opted for the 2018 NBA Draft. Got selected with the 3rd overall pick by the Atlanta Hawks before going to the Dallas Mavericks in exchange for the draft rights to Trae Young and a protected future 1st-round pick in 2019. And the rest, as they say, is history. This dude legit joined the elite class of LeBron, MJ, Tyreke Evans, and Oscar Robertson when he averaged 21.2 points, 6.0 assists, 7.8 rebounds to become the unanimous Rookie of the Year. And since then, he has made 5 All-Star teams, the same as his close friend Nikola Jokic, who's been in the league for 9 seasons, and has been named to the All-NBA First Team 4 times. Currently, his NBA career average is an impressive 28.5 points, 8.6 rebounds, and 8.2 assists in 381 regular season games. The Dallas Mavericks made an effort to have Luka on their roster to replace legendary power forward Dirk Nowitzki, who was in his final season back in 2019, and Luka might yet bring a championship back to Dallas. but he has definitely surpassed the expectations for individual impact on the team. Take him surpassing Nikola Jokic to become the fastest player to reach 100 games of leading the same team in points, rebounds, and assists in a single match, for example. Or him having a mind-blowing 68 career triple-doubles and having 40-plus point games. These are just a couple of the endless list of records Luka holds that highlight how important he is for the Mavericks team. The most recent of these records is from January 26, 2024, when Dončić scored an outstanding 73 points in the Mavericks' 148-143 win over the Atlanta Hawks. This game made him only the 4th player in league history to put up 72 or more points in a game, and the first to ever score up to 70 points while shooting 75% from the field. If nothing else, his shooting of 25-33 overall with 8 3-pointers showed how all-around Luka can be. He's not just a big man who charges at the paint, but also an extremely versatile player with insane basketball IQ and athleticism for his age and size. Of all the major honors he could receive in the NBA, the only things left are a season's MVP award and a championship ring. For the MVP award, well, the wait is pretty much over if you ask us. Given the way Luka has turned up this 2023-24 campaign, averaging a league-leading 34.3 points, 8.8 rebounds, 9.6 assists, and 1.5 steals on 49.2% field goal and 37.9% three-point shooting, man, it's hard to argue anyone deserves the award more than him. Sure, the likes of Nikola Jokic and the Oklahoma City Thunder star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are having MVP-worthy seasons. However, even the Celtics' main man, Jason Tatum, is in the conversation. But solely based on the numbers, Luka is ahead of all these dudes. The only other criterion worth taking note of is where the Mavericks finished their regular season in the West, particularly considering that Jokic's Nuggets, Shai's OKC, and Tatum's Celtics are all doing better on paper than the Mavericks. For now. However, there are still a lot of games to go, and it's almost a certainty right now that the Mavs will at least make a top 6 finish. So Luka's long-awaited MVP award is still very attainable in our books. The other honor he's yet to claim is the NBA championship, and that's admittedly a bit more complicated. Why? Simple. A championship can't be won by only one man. It has been clear for a while now that Luka is the man for the Mavericks to build their team around. However, for most of his time in Dallas, he hasn't had enough support. For 4 of his 6 seasons in Dallas, Luka has been the only player to average up to 20 points for the entire season. Now, we're not saying the likes of Tim Hardaway Jr., Jalen Brunson, and Kristaps Porzingis are bad players. But the problem the Mavericks have had is having all their star players perform consistently in the same season. With Porzingis and Brunson gone now, Kyrie Irving teaming up with Luka has turned out to be a big step in the right direction for the Mavericks. But more reinforcements are needed, which is why the team made sure to get something from the recently concluded trade deadline. Bringing in PJ Washington for the starting forward position and Daniel Gafford as a center is a pretty commendable job done by GM Nico Harrison. The two guys are experienced ballers who will be looking to impress and get back to their peaks. With Luka and Kyrie leading the offense, the addition of a solid backbone in Gafford and Washington could prove to not only make their playoff push easier, but also play a major part in taking the Mavericks all the way. How that turns out, we'll have to wait and see. What we can confirm for you now is that Luka is getting paid quite equally for how good of a baller he is. On getting drafted, his first deal in the NBA was worth $32.5 million over 4 years, with an annual salary of $8.1 million. Definitely a whole lot of money, but it's nothing compared to what came next. Before we continue, did you know our purpose at Sportivations is to create valuable and exciting content? But we can't do it without you. Your support will go a long way in allowing me and my team to achieve our goals, so make sure you subscribe. After a couple of stellar All-Star seasons, the Mavericks extended his stay in 2021 with a deal worth a whopping $215,159,700 over 5 years. This means he's now earning over $43 million a year. That's more than his entire rookie deal was worth. And it gets better. According to an NBA financial analyst, if Dončić makes an All-NBA team in 2023-24, which he most likely will, his deal will get upgraded to a Supermax contract that can reach $367.5 million and make Luka the first player in NBA history to make $80 million in a single season. Now that's some crazy stuff. Contract money is cool, but Luka Doncic doesn't stop there. This guy makes another $10 million annually from just his endorsement deals. One of these deals is his multi-million-dollar shoe deal with Air Jordan, which he got after his 2-year deal with Nike ran out in 2019. He also has deals with NBA 2K, Panini, Jumpman, Bose, Modelo, Nerf, and Overwatch. And oh, Luka has also made some investments in sports nutrition company BioSteel, just to tell you how much he doesn't joke with his money. So how does he spend all the money he makes? Regular European NBA dudes aren't so flashy, so he's probably like his buddy Jokic, who doesn't spend too much, right? Wrong. First, this Slovenian guy loves to spend on cars. His impeccable collection says it all. A Lamborghini Urus customized by Mansory that costs more than $220,000. A Porsche 911 Turbo S of about the same price. Another Porsche, this time a $100,000 Panamera E-Hybrid, an Audi A7 that cost him $85,000, a $61,000 1967 Ford Bronco, and one of his favorites, a monstrous, blacked-out, apocalypse-proof Hellfire Jeep that's worth at least $200,000. To keep it real with you, very few NBA players can match up to this guy's garage. Speaking of his garage, it's a bit weird that his house has only a 4-car garage, but what else is going on in his home? First, it's not just a home, it's a mansion. Luka's mansion is in Preston Hollow, Dallas, and it cost him a whopping $2.7 million. This 5,225 square foot property was originally owned by an architect before being expanded and improved by John Huffman in 2017. The property features 4 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms, a breathtaking garden with a sleek swimming pool, large windows, a smart home system, and an exquisite outdoor space with a drop-down movie projection screen, multiple flat-screen TVs, and a pavilion with grill and built-in heaters. There's also a fire pit area between the living room and master bedroom, a projector for the pool area, and that 4-car garage we mentioned earlier, which has transparent doors. Lastly, it'd interest you to know that the Dallas Mavericks superstar doesn't stay in this mansion alone, but with his gorgeous fiancée, Ana Maria Goltas. The two met as 12-year-olds in Croatia and managed to keep their friendship till they became adults, despite Goltas schooling at the University of Ljubljana and Luka chasing his basketball dream. They eventually began dating in 2016 and had a brief split in 2018 before getting back together and making their relationship public. Luka only just proposed to Goltas in Lake Bled, Slovenia, in July 2023 and gave birth to their first child, a baby girl named Gabriella, in early December 2023. The couple lived together in Dallas, where Ana Maria works as a social media influencer, a dancer, and a model, so it's only a matter of time before they officially get married. It would be nice to see that wedding come later this year, hopefully after Luka bags his first NBA MVP award.
And they've got George backpedaling, and it's Kyrie with the alley-oop finish from Orange. Runs into Luka. Luka on the floor, finds Kyrie.
In a league dominated by championship duos such as LeBron and Anthony Davis, Jokic and Jamal Murray, and formidable duos such as KD and Devin Booker, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and Paul George and Kawhi. 2 names in the West are not only proving all doubters wrong, but are establishing themselves as the best duos in NBA history. How do Luka and Kyrie rank among star combinations in league history? Are they a championship-winning duo?
Look like it. Spurs, by the way, have a foul to give.
Oh, give and go! Kyrie inside!
In the NBA, star combinations are no new thing. Big threes, duos, star rosters have been created for years, even though they are no guarantee for winning a championship. We all know the big 3 of the Chicago Bulls winning era: Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman, or the Miami Heat big 3 of LeBron, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh. At the same time, the Brooklyn Nets big 3 of Kyrie, KD, and James Harden, and the OK 3 of Russ, PJ, and Melo of the OKC Thunder, none of which made it to the conference finals, existed. Duos are more common, and the NBA has witnessed Kobe and Shaq, and Jamal Murray and Jokic, both of which are championship-winning duos. At the same time, NBA fans have witnessed the duo of Luka and Porzingis, and the Denver Nuggets of Melo and Allen Iverson. Nevertheless, while it is no guarantee of a championship, the 2023-2024 NBA season has seen some of the best duos in recent years. And somehow, Kyrie and Luka are emerging as the best of them all. If you doubt that statement, then you have to believe one of the greatest power forwards of all time, Kevin Garnett.
No better 2 in the West.
No better.
There's no better 2 that can. Luka can literally sit out a whole quarter.
In a Western Conference that has Jokic and Murray, LeBron and AD, Paul George and Kawhi, Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, KD and Devin Booker, that's a very bold statement. But you've got to understand that KG has been in some great and horrible star combinations to know exactly what he's saying. The 15-time All-Star was part of the Big 4 Boston Celtics that won the 2008 championship, and also the Big 3 Brooklyn Nets that won nothing but set the Nets back in years. Nevertheless, a quick look at Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving this season, and you'll understand KG's sentiment. Luka is currently having an MVP-worthy season, as he's leading the NBA with 34.1 points per game. He's also averaging 9.8 assists and 9 rebounds per game. Kyrie Irving, on the other hand, is averaging 25.3 points, 5.3 assists, and 5.1 rebounds per game on 49% shooting. For two superstars that are ball dominant, they have impressively complemented each other this season, leaving other teams confused about who to guard. Kai and Luka can score on anyone. I mean, this is Kai against 7'4" Wembanyama. Not even Wemby could believe what just happened. I mean, usually this is what most people do when they face Wemby. Also, this is Kai with a sky hook in the last play with a buzzer beater over 6'11" Nikola Jokic. On the other hand, the Mavs have one of the best offensive players the NBA has ever seen in Luka Doncic. How many people in NBA history can make a 3-point skyhook effortlessly in the final seconds of a game while being double-teamed? This season, Luka and Kyrie have played 42 games together, with a 27-15 record when both are on the court. In fact, more recently, and before Luka missed the game against the OKC Thunder, Luka and Kyrie played 17 consecutive games in the lineup together. And during that stretch, the Mavs were formidable when their superstar guards were sharing the floor. In those 483 minutes, Dallas had a 122.0 offensive rating and a 112.0 defensive rating for a net rating of 10.0, all while serving as the team's most used two-man lineup. Among all 63 two-man combinations with 400 or more minutes played during this period, the Mavericks superstar combo ranks 8th in net rating, trailing only the Boston Celtics and Denver Nuggets. Before the 17-game streak, Kyrie and Luka were the Mavs' 13th most used pairing, as injuries limited their time on court together. During the previous 22 games, the Dallas Mavericks were terrible, as they had a 118.5 offensive rating, a 114.4 defensive rating, and a 4.0 net rating in the 506 minutes both Luka and Kyrie played together. For what it's worth, their injury crises have always been a source of concern since Kyrie joined the Mavs from the Brooklyn Nets. However, with availability no longer a concern, the rest of the league is on high alert for what this duo is capable of. From an offensive standpoint, this duo has always worked. Kyrie and Luka are electrifying pick and roll and isolation scorers who can utilize many different half-court actions. The Mavs currently rank 2nd in points scored in isolation. When they play together, they have endless options because they are both dynamic perimeter shot makers with exceptional finishing ability. Luka's transcendent passing talent and Kyrie's motion shooting ability are defenders' nightmares. In fact, it's not surprising that they rank 1st in pull-up shooting points per game, and the Mavs currently hold the NBA's best clutch game-winning percentage. You have to understand that unlike previous seasons, Luka has adapted to Kyrie's fast play and has sacrificed being ball dominant all the time with a catch-and-shoot jumper when he's without the ball. Right now, the combination of Kyrie and Luka has seen the Dallas Mavericks go from being one of the NBA's slowest teams to one of the fastest. The Mavs currently rank 9th in pace and 8th in fast break points per game, all while Luka Doncic has produced improved catch-and-shoot efficiency with increased volume. You have to understand that from the announcement that Kyrie Irving was joining the Mavs, the rest of the league was already scared about the star combination. Jason Tatum, in his words, called their partnership scary. Tyrese Halliburton called both guards toughest one-on-one covers in the league. What's underrated about those two is that they both can play off the ball. Kyrie has done it before. Luka hasn't had to do it yet, but he's one of the highest IQ guys in the league, so he'll figure it out, Halliburton said. Kevin Durant made it known that it's gonna guard any of them. Draymond Green publicly admitted that he doesn't even like the partnership because it's going to be hard to stop two of the best scorers in the NBA. Fast forward to 58 games played together, and the star pairing is leading the rest of the NBA in combined points per game. This season, Luka and Kyrie are the top scoring duos in the NBA, as they combine to score 59.4 points per game. The closest duos to them are Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, who combine to score 54.7 points per game, and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, who combine to score 50.5 points per game. Even championship-winning duos like Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic combined to score 47 points per game, and LeBron James and Anthony Davis just 49.8 points per game this season. Truth be told, neither Kyrie nor Luka have any glaring weaknesses on the offensive side of the ball. They both can score in any way possible on the floor. They're both superb at driving to the basket, have excellent mid-range shooting, and can kill the opposing team from beyond the arc. They can break down opposing defenses, with or without a screen. How can they be stopped unless they miss their shot? They're a defensive nightmare. Keep in mind that both guards' offensive abilities are not limited to scoring. Luka and Kyrie can not only score, but also set up others in the offense, which is extremely rare for NBA superstar duos. Combined, they scored 15.1 assists per game, which compared to the other duos in the league is second only to Jokic and Murray's 15.7 combined assists per game. In fact, next to them are KD and Booker, who averaged 12.2 combined assists per game. So statistically speaking, Luka and Kyrie are miles ahead of the rest of any duo in the NBA when you combine their points and assists per game. With Luka and Kai sharing the hardwood, no other NBA team has a better offensive duo in the league this season. So it's no surprise that ESPN's Stephen A. Smith picked both guards as the scariest NBA duo.
I'm going to go with Kyrie and Luka, the scariest. I didn't say better. I know Jokic and Murray are better, but Kyrie and Luka, when you consider what they're capable of doing, Shannon.
For what it's worth, both stars have made the Mavericks a title contender. And with their playoff record, the NBA is in for a treat this postseason. Across 28 postseason games, Luka is averaging 32.5 points, 9.3 rebounds, and 7.9 assists per game, while Kyrie, in 74 playoff games, is averaging 23.3 points on 45.5% shooting, with 4.8 assists and 3.7 rebounds per game. The Dallas Mavericks have only made it past the first round of the playoffs once in the last 12 years, and they did when Luka led them to the Western Conference Finals in 2022, only to miss out in the playoffs a season later. In any case, Kyrie's acquisition has undoubtedly elevated them to title contention. Besides, Kyrie is no stranger to being part of a dangerous offensive duo in the playoffs, having been the other half of the only duo to score 40 or more points in an NBA final. In Game 3 of the 2016 NBA Finals, through Game 5, Kyrie Irving averaged 35 points and 6 assists on 56% shooting. Anyway, it's been 8 years since he broke the Cavs' 52-year title drought. Mavs supporters can only hope that he and Luka bring their second franchise NBA championship and break their 13-year title drought. What do you think about Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving's duo? Are they a surprising title contender this season? Let me know in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, the next video on your screen is worth your time.
The second most in the league, 15.5 a game. Drive, score, foul, Luka Doncic. Throw of the game coming up.
Just nice pump fake.
Defensive end.
Luka. Found Jordan. Between the lane and the three-point line on the side. Rolling, finishing with power, tower of power, Daniel Gafford.
Dončić into Jackson Hayes. What a pass, Jackson, free goal! What a pass.
Look at this pass here. I mean, wow.
Regular season, Dončić making a move, Butler's on him.
Watching the first 3 or 4 defensive possessions. What are the Denver Nuggets going to do against Luka? What are the Dallas Mavericks going to do against Jokic? We've already seen one double team.
Dončić, fake, fires, count it!
Dončić, the handles, the fake, the fade, it's pure! Luka Doncic!
What clock at 2? Impossible shot! Go! Dončić got it!
Dončić. Oh, goes behind the back, the floater, you bet!
Here is Luka looking off the defense. Great finish, but the pass, woo! Finney Smith, Bullock, he's driving it, and looks for Finney Smith. It's a loose ball, and Luka picks it up. Some Luka magic! Up on Luka. Luka has got him in the blender, and the rainbow!
Woody missed it. Oh, Dončić! Hey.
Beautiful play, but you know what's even better than that? The precursor.
You outside. Well earned and deserved statue. Dončić!
Got it from Kleba, again late in the clock, in desperation. He puts it up, and that is Luka magic right there!
Mavericks lead by 5 against the shorthanded Knicks. Oh, good. Jones
A master of the mid-range game.
Well, you couldn't have more star power, could you? This, my goodness, step back three, Dončić.
I don't know how you guard that.
This is a good matchup for both teams. Nice pass inside.
Kleba slam dunk from Luka on that beauty of a pass.
Pete Maravich style.
Highlight shows.
Yeah. I mean,
Five-hole. Right.
Dončić shedding the defense of Okogie. Okogie sticking right with him. Around Eubanks. Got it. Foul. Count it.
More with Trey being out, he has certainly been able to make a different contribution. Luka.
Good after this first game back. He said there's no soreness. It's easier to feel that physically than to convincing yourself.
Charlie Brown getting some early minutes here. Taj Gibson on the floor as well. And Powell open. Luka Doncic with a little spice.
Come on. Oh, no, it's right-handed. He did turn around. Nonetheless.
Paint off the bounce every single night.
Luka, change of direction, got him past Kenrich Williams. What?
Yeah, what is what?
Everybody's watching.
Yeah, they're watching. And man, oh man, that's knowing where to put that ball on the square, right?
Yes, it is.
If they use the glass, can you use it any better than that? That's outstanding.
So pretty. Fade away into the backgrounds.
Yeah, don't let the smooth taste fool you either.
Here is Luka off balance. Late decision to pass it to Williams. Back of the hands of Luka. A heave and a hit over Clint Capella.
11 on the boards here in the second half after getting out rebounded in the first half.
Here's Dončić. He's fouled and he scores.
Agility here is uncommon. To say that Luka Doncic.
Tyus Jones, no good.
Good pass.
Oh, Kyrie out ahead and lays it in. Timeout.
It's Kleba, open three. Down to 8. Moves on Pumler.
Takes the lead. Hammers it home. Dallas has got the lead. Dončić throws down a sledgehammer.
Dončić fakes, drives.
The coach's challenge a moment ago. Luka inside, working against Koulibaly. Some pretty good defense with some better offense.
Great offense by Luka. State fakes, but
It's rocking right now.
The Mavericks have gotten a couple of stops.
And that's why it's rocking. Gafford is controlling the boards. Here in the opening minutes of the game, he already has a half dozen. A heave and a hit by Luka Doncic, the Western. 7 points, 8 rebounds tonight for Portis, but that's a big basket. And so's that for Luka.
Mavericks lead by 5 against the shorthanded Knicks. Oh, good. Jones pops free.
From the floor, but yet lead by 9. Luka really into the paint for the first time and bounces one off the glass.
Mavericks lead by 5 against the shorthanded Knicks. Oh, good. Jones pops free.
Regular season. Dončić making a move. Butler's on him.
First 2 games against Dallas, Michael. Minnesota did win the three-point shooting battle.
Dončić stopping on it.
That shot, too.
And in 78 years of the NBA, Hart, there's been a lot of games. Here's the step back for a new Maverick record!
I tell you what, Atlanta fans are cheering like Maverick fans.
Dončić using a green screen. Step back, 3.
12 of the 14 were on a barrage of threes.
Luka's going to get you now or later.
Abaji fouled and then he makes the jump shots. A chance for 3, the old-fashioned.
Dončić, the hesitation, the drive. Wow, just ushered right to the cup.
Looks like to Rozier. Kyrie got it. Dončić the other way. Step back triple. Jovic the top 6 as we said at the top of the show. But from 7 to 10, it becomes a battle of 3.
Dončić right to the rim.
Not many times tonight that Luka's going to have a size advantage with this big Orlando lineup. He posts up Suggs. It's a basket with a foul.
And he just kind of plays bully ball here, just getting to the paint. Good pump fake, takes his time.
Dončić.
Just a gifted score.
Here we go, Dončić. Oh, the nice pass to Gafford.
In the opening quarter, and the lead is up to 9. Josh Green also out tonight for Dallas as Dončić.
Drive by Luka against Keldon Johnson. A little body contact to separate and hit the short fadeaway. And then it's a layup by. Man, those are some 4-3 over Carter. Luka, Drano, badly needed.
Carter was right there, but Luka just did a little bit better on the offense.
Long strides, hands to Dončić. It's a three. Luka Doncic with the triple. Dončić with another three. No, a pass Lively.
White tipped it back to Dončić. Working in the post, Caruso, he was able to muscle through.
Amazing. You know, making basketball courts and partnering with Henry Ford Health System and all.
Points for Luka Doncic, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Working Holiday. Takes the pass and then puts it in. Luka Doncic.
Now Luka against Wendell Carter. Isaac went out of the game, and so the length isn't quite as Saskatchewan.
He jumps so quick.
Here is Luka. His kick-out pass grazed the bottom of the net, but it still found P.J. Washington Jr., who got to do it. A drive inside. There's a wall there, so Luka throws it around the wall.
Nice pass.
Luka loving community. He's trying to talk his way in. 30 piece in the first half. Dunk. Dončić, that last lively bucket, already 6 assists, and now he's got 9 points and 6 rebounds. He's switched on with Drummond, so he steps back for 3 and hits.
The
hammer.
You got to hustle back, man.
Dončić with another 3. He's got Daniel Gafford with a block at the other end. And Peaches Green, Gafford, shot, Luka finishes inside his first points of the game. 0 for his last 17 and 1 for his last 25 on threes. And it is to make this a 1-point game.
And you don't always have to get the block.
For 3, Luka, yes sir.
Luka's going to get you now or later.
Abaji fouled, and then he makes the jump shot.
Foul. Prince, good size on Dončić in terms of height. The Dončić always finds a way to get. A three-pointer goes down. Dončić lost the ball, then the Euro step. What a move from Luka Doncic.
And they've got George back pedaling, and it's Kyrie with the alley-oop finish from Luka. Into Luka. Luka on the floor finds Kyrie.
It's off. They fight for it. Lively's got it. Irving 3.
Learned it for me. You watched the telecast. Oh! Kyrie Irving!
Started with the blitz on Dončić. He gets it to Josh Green at the free throw line. He just puts it up there.
Sets a screen for Irving. Pinson looking. Got the ball to Kyrie. Under duress. Kyrie on the move. Darts to his right. And he makes a pass. Cleveland to beat the buzzer and win the game. Woo! He got it! Woo!
There by Kyrie. Comes up with the steal, knocks down the 3.
Irving got it! Oh, deflected. Good hands. Good defense by Dallas. Irving the other way, behind the back, and into Grayson Allen! Oh, what a play by Kyrie!
Kyrie in the open court. Stop it, pop! Got it! Kyrie Irving! Averaging 16 points per game this year. 16 starts, 9 now. 10 games off the bench, and an alley-oop pass ends up going in the baskets.
Foul. Over to Irving. Deep corner. Irving.
Yes. Kyrie dislodged it. Luka up to Kai. Kai hits the bullseye! For engagement. And we still have over 13 minutes to play. Nice catch by Kyrie. Came down, goes toward with the foul. Kyrie Irving, the Picasso of the paint.
He won't let him take the day off.
Tough shot, teardrop. Kyrie Irving on the baseline. Irving against Van Vliet. Washington trying to exploit a mismatch. They couldn't get it to him, so Kyrie will just go inside. And that is a Kyrie Irving special, the Giant Killer. And he is coming to life. And there's that hard pull-up three. Kyrie!
That is a ridiculously tough shot. That lob, well thrown. Sucking up the space, had it blocked from the side. Moody hustling, but Kyrie, quickest man to the ball. Oh, what a throw and lob.
Got away with not boxing out.
Kyrie Irving lets it fly to start the game, and the Mavs are on the board. Averaging over 17 points per game for the year. Baseline Jay, it's on the money.
Watched by McDaniels. Little jab step, pull up three, candid. Irving on a 32-point night around the defense.
Kyrie Irving, a blur in the open court. Irving.
That was easy compared to what he had to do Sunday. Irving, Gafford, right back to Irving for the dunk.
Not to shoot, but to pass to Kessler.
That was a good read by Kai.
And Kai with a pull-up three on the money.
For 8 previously. Conley guarding Irving. Irving, fade in the paint.
Nets trigger it quickly. Irving, fake. Oh, the defense from Kyrie.
Irving is cold. Look at that. Ooh, the finger roll.
Here in the fourth quarter. He's delivered time and time again. He drives, changes hands. On back in February to 53.5% shooting in the paint. 6 seconds difference. Guy up top, over 2 defenders. A heave and a hits. Yeah, baby.
I cannot think of
in the third quarter.
When Kyrie doing what Kyrie does, a little dribble game. He's everywhere.
And he is everywhere, hitting a three-pointer. He set the tone. And now King's teammate. Fox putting his stamp on the game. What a brilliant spin move, Spinderella! Kyrie with the hoop, and the Mavs stay connected with 2 minutes to go, down by 2 in OT.
It was last night, but to your point, not a lot of people could team.
Yes, a better Laker team.
Yeah, no question.
Irving, and he slices into the paint and scores. Man, Green just hit the floor hard, and he's still down. Irving just a 1-on-5 three-pointer.
Irving, brief little rest to close the quarter. Oh, no.
Irving taking him to the schoolyard. An offensive clinic from both teams.
I mean, this is just brilliant. But how about the finger roll at the end? Look at this. Oh, Uncle Drew, don't.
Even, 18-18. Drive Irving around Brown. Nice finish with a foul.
By Powell. Dončić. Irving. Splash.
Shot attempts. Blow by Green. Hooks it out to Irving. What? Come on, man.
Say what you want. Josh Green with the penetration. And there's
Kyrie carving him up, looking for more. Splits 2. He just can't be stopped.
Ball after the miss by Jalen Johnson. In transition, Kyrie accelerates against Bogdanovich.
With a nice look up.
And Kyrie Irving with a sweet little. The White's got himself 8 rebounds tonight with that. And another quick attack. Oh, wow! Kyrie is cooking tonight. They're into the floor.
I mean, look at this, dude. 3 Knick defenders.
Dallas is going to be 9-3 in the last 12 against the Dubs. And Quinones fouling Kyrie.
Corner 3. 6 on the clock. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's Kyrie with the attack and the tough finish. And now Dallas with an opportunity. And it's Kyrie Irving. He hits the bullseye again.
Forcing things a little early here. They've been 2 of 6. Kyrie. Oh, man.
So good.
Good pass.
Oh, Kyrie out ahead and lays it in. Kyrie out in the open court, going at Koulibaly. Oh!
How did he make that look easy?
Koulibaly helps Jones in the double team of Kyrie.
Nice pass.
Finds a cutting Green for
pace this season. From last year, they were 28th in pace. Now they're 8th. They're trying to run more as Kyrie Irving gets all the way to the basket. Now you get a whole offseason together as Kyrie Irving.
Over to Dante Exum. Now Kyrie cuts to the basket. Smooth.
To the basket.
Irving on a drive down the edge of the lane. Darts up to the basket and has it. It's a season high 8 assists as well. 10 boards, 12 points. Giant killer.
Incredible. Kyrie, you said the giant killer, huh?
I mean,
Gabriel goes up high. Charlotte was so hot.
Here is Irving.
That's a little electricity. That's a little electricity. That's the guy that can do it.
Yeah, he's the power plant for this thing. Kyrie drives against Keontae. And it's Hardaway. Finds Irving. Guy calling for it. Wants it. Hits it. Splash down 3.
Picked up by Kyrie Irving. Puts on the brakes. 3 is in. Sailing off the baseline.
What an ugly start here by both.
There's a 3.
For Oklahoma City, capable of making 3s.
Kyrie Irving with that floater. Uncle Drew.
Didn't even see him coming off the wing.
He got caught ball watching.
He was.
On him. And Washington missed it. Kyrie Irving offensive rebound and quickly scored.
Nice play. Kyrie with 7.
Nice pass. 5 of 5 from downtown. Teams are going to overreact.
Kyrie fadeaway. Rozier was low. Count it. And here comes Irving driving into Adebayo.
Irving after the turnover.
Kyrie Irving.
Lively late to the party now. Sohan going up. Comes out to trying to get Irving loose. They do as he goes back door. Easy. Irving got that one by Victor.
The impacts that Kai is having. He got the bucket. He's got a 40-piece tonight. Looking get hot like he did the other night. 4 for 4 from downtown. Kyrie Irving slashing through the defense. Spectacular.
So nice. Let's see Kai again. Brooks got knocked off in the hang.
Now here's Kyrie. Oh, the giant killer. Holiday Green, Kyrie. Kyrie driving right at Schroeder. Up and good.
He's simply attacking the pressure.
Back to his reserve role for his second straight night. He's got 8 points off the bench. Irving! My goodness.
The defense by Lively, the run by Kyrie.
Oh my goodness. He will pass that along to you. It'd be tough for him to return in this one, you would think. Kyrie Irving somehow hangs and scores. Takes contact on the head.
33. In the corner green. Cutting is Irving.
Here come the Dubs. Kyrie. Oh, man. He's got that ball in a string. He's graceful, man. Oh, he is something else.
21 and 14 on the road this year. 7-point advantage for Sacramento. Tough shot in the paint. Tossing it in.
Kick it out. Irving. Oh, that's pretty. Kyrie Irving is lethal.
Finishes are just crazy. Take a look at this. Levine's ready to jump to cut off the middle.